Have you ever bitten into a banana and thought, wow, this is so convenient, no seeds to worry about? I mean, who wants to be chomping down on a delicious piece of fruit only to encounter those pesky little seeds? But have you ever stopped to wonder how these seedless wonders are actually grown? Let's dive into the fascinating world of seedless fruits, specifically bananas, and unravel the science behind their cultivation. To get started, please take just 1 second to like this video. Your support encourages me to continue creating this content. First off, let's clarify what we mean by seedless. Seedless fruits aren't entirely devoid of seeds. They just have very small or undeveloped seeds that are hardly noticeable. In the case of bananas, they're not just seedless. They're also a product of a fascinating process called Parthenocarpy. This is a fancy term that basically means fruit can develop without fertilization. In nature, most fruits develop from fertilized flowers, but bananas have figured out a way to bypass that step. Isn't that wild? Now picture this. A banana plant isn't actually a tree. It's a giant herb. Yes, the banana plant is technically an herbaceous plant, which means it has a soft stem instead of a wooden trunk. It can grow up to 30 feet tall, and the leaves can be over 9 feet long. When you think about it, that's pretty impressive for something we often overlook in our fruit bowls. So, how do we get those seedless bananas? Well, the most common variety of banana you'll find in grocery stores is the Cavendish banana. This variety is grown through a process called vegetative propagation. Instead of planting seeds, farmers take a part of the banana plant, usually the suckers or offshoots that grow from the base of the plant, and replant them. These suckers are clones of the parent plant, which means they will produce the same seedless fruit. It's like having a family of identical twins, but in banana form. But here's where it gets really interesting. Because these bananas are clones, they're all genetically identical. This uniformity makes them super susceptible to diseases. Imagine a whole farm of identical plants getting hit by a single pest or disease. It's like a scene from a horror movie. This is actually what happened with the Gros Michel banana, the variety that was popular before the Cavendish. It was wiped out by a fungal disease called Panama disease in the mid-20th century. So when you're munching on a Cavendish banana, remember that it's a survivor, but it's also living on borrowed time. Farmers have to be super careful when growing these bananas. They typically plant them in large monoculture farms, which means they grow only one type of crop in a given area. This method has its benefits, like easier harvesting and consistent quality, but it also leads to a lack of biodiversity. If a new disease strikes, it could wipe out the entire crop. So, researchers are constantly looking for new varieties of bananas that could resist diseases better than the Cavendish. It's a race against time. Now, let's talk about the growing conditions. Bananas thrive in tropical climates, where it's warm and humid. They need plenty of water, which is why you'll often find banana farms in regions with good rainfall or irrigation systems. The soil needs to be rich and well-draining because bananas don't like to sit in water. It's like they're the Goldilocks of the plant world. Everything has to be just right. Once the bananas are planted, it takes about 9 to 12 months for them to mature. During this time, the plants flower and the bananas start to develop. The bananas grow in clusters called hands, and each hand can have up to 20 bananas. When the bananas are green and still hard, that's when they're harvested. They're picked while still unripe because they continue to ripen off the plant. It's kind of like how some people prefer their avocados, just a little firm. After harvesting, the bananas are carefully handled to avoid bruising. They're then transported to ripening facilities where they're exposed to ethylene gas, which helps them ripen evenly. And voila! You've got those delicious seedless bananas ready to be enjoyed. So, the next time you peel a banana, take a moment to appreciate the science and effort that goes into growing these seedless delights. It's more than just a quick snack. It's a journey from the farm to your table, filled with fascinating processes, challenges, and triumphs. And remember, while they may be seedless, they're full of flavor, nutrition, and a whole lot of history. Thank you for exploring with us here at the Corner of Curiosity. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating content. As always, feel free to leave your curious questions and thoughts in the comments below. Until next time.